Hey everyone, it's me, I'm back, and today we're gonna react to a video from Araco TV, very nice. And this video is titled "Woke People Continue to Get Destroyed and Melt Down More Than Ever Before." Now, that's a spicy video, and I also want to give my opinion on this because, as I said, the topic of, not necessarily woke, but the DEI stuff, which is included in this video because I did watch it before, but it's such a good video that I want to watch it with you. So, let's go.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life.
You know, it's kind of funny that DJT, the Potato Man Orange, whatever, is doing stuff that is logical and he's getting applauses for it, right? He's getting cheered for something that it's logical, for something that should have never happened, but well, I shall sip a little bit of coffee and we'll keep on going.
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Yep.
So all these diversity, equity, inclusion programs are getting thrown out the window. The best person will now get the job, the most qualified person, not the person that ticks all the woke boxes. And all these woke donuts are fuming and they're shaking in their boots.
Yep. You know, when society switches from merit, you know, he who works the most shall get paid, you know, and shall get ahead of everyone, right? And we switch from that to, hey, what's your color, man? Oh, you black? Skip the line. Oh, you Indian? Skip the line. Oh, you white? You might as well fuck off. I don't know. You know, it's rigged against you, so don't even try. Yeah, when society does that, inflation happens. And in my honest opinion, I don't see the point of DEI, right? Diversity, equity, and whatever the last part was, I already forgot. It's useless because you're basically teaching people to, I guess, be more respectful towards people of color or minorities, because that's kind of how I see it. You kind of assume that people are racist and discriminate against minorities and people of color, when in actuality that's not the real thing that happens. Shit people will do that, of course, but it's not because they're white supremacists or whatever. It's because they are shit people. And when you go ahead to teach people, you know, to, oh, respect this, respect that, oh, black people this, black people that, you're basically incentivizing racism towards everyone else, you know, other than minorities and whatever, right? It's just, there's no point to it, right? I mean, imagine this, you have two children, right? No matter boy or girl, whatever, let's say just two boys. Treat the boy, you know, fairly, right? Give him all that he wants, and the other like shit. And when the other boy gets mad at, you know, his brother because he's getting everything he ever wanted, you go and you punish the boy that was getting nothing. Well, there you go, you have a problem. You just make the two brothers hate each other because one thinks he deserves more than he actually does, and the other is just oppressed. That's kind of how it works, you know. That's the point of DEI. You treat those that do not necessarily need to be treated, you know, with more respect, given everything on a silver platter, and you treat the people that work, right, that are not part of minority like shit. And what do you get? Well, that's called discrimination. I don't know how to tell you. Yeah, it's just stupid, so let's just keep going. Fake dramatic cry. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so today I was supposed to be leading a training about environmental justice for a national...
What the fuck is environmental justice? Who needs for national agency? Okay, I do not know all of the, I guess, US types of government facilities or whatever. Actually, I'm just gonna do it in the editing, but environmental justice sounds stupid. I don't know. Caring,
but it was
I'll say caring for the environment is not stupid, but environmental justice is sassy.
canceled an hour before it started.
Whatever.
Why? Well, because the new federal guidelines from the Trump administration
Good.
ban not only DEI trainings, but also any trainings or programs about environmental justice.
Received this from a TSA agent at an airport in Colorado. He tells me they were instructed to remove all DEI signs from their operations area within the airport following Trump's executive order. He'll film them shredding it. Okay, what's the big deal? It's an act, like they're burning the American Constitution, the American flag. I don't see the point. Why are you so mad about it? If the DEI shit and the woke shit only led to more inflation and worse standards for, living in the USA, I'm sorry, but the only thing I can say, good riddance to you, DEI. You are never loved and never needed. You were the hero that we never needed and didn't deserve because we did not need you in the first place. You're just useless. You're just a money laundering scheme, let's be honest. If you cannot get a job because you're unqualified, work harder. I'm sorry, that's how the world works. It's about merit, because if you're the best at something and then a black guy, an Indian, an Arab, an whatever race gets in and you don't, and you know that you are way more qualified than that person, well, that's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life, or for a good period, right? And it's just gonna make you bitter. That's the only thing. With the example that I just gave with the two kids, with the two brothers, if you treat one fairly and you discriminate against the other one, and you do not let the other one, I guess, nag at the other brother because he gets treated, I don't know, like a king and he's treated like a slave. Again, the one that is discriminated against is gonna be bitter, right? It's just logical. It's not like racism is that much prominent in America. Yes, it is. Actually, all over the globe it still is. But only by shit people, that's the thing, But that's kind of hard to understand for some people.
What's really funny is because of all of this news and all of the change in policy, we are yapping more at work. We are trying to digest everything that's going on.
You're not yapping more at work. You are basically just bitching about it and complaining to other people that just want to do their job. Most likely, I bet it. I can see it in your earrings and glasses.
We cannot get any work done because of how much information intake that, existing.
That's not a lot of information to take in. It's basically remove DEI from all government facilities and whatever. That's it.
This administration requires. And we're not yapping just to yap. We're yapping.
No, you're yapping just to yap.
Because every single day a memo comes down from God knows where, telling us that there's a new rule that we need to enforce that for a job that does not relate to what we're doing. Like, oh, you work for the FDA, guess what? Now you're gonna have to enforce immigration.
I mean, I think that's just something that every government facility has to enforce, right? How nurses have to basically report, a guy that came in with gunshot wounds and reported to the police. It's kind of logical. If you see crime taking place, report it, especially when you work for the government. Am I stupid about this one? I kind of, can't really see her point. Maybe I'm just stupid, I don't know.
Any fucking federal employee, guess what? Go snitch on your fucking colleagues if they do anything related to DEI now.
Yes, because it is pointless. You're just enforcing racism and discrimination against the white people and other races. Let's be honest, you're not doing anything to benefit America, Europe, whatever. You're not doing anything beneficial. That's the thing. Okay? It's just useless.
No. This week has been such a whirlwind. I cannot get work done.
This coffee is so good.
You're a yapper, and maybe you're not getting work done because you're a lazy donut that's more concerned about making TikToks.
What do you think about DEI?
Yep. Araku TV coming in with the uppercut and knocks out the dumb woke yapper. Yep.
DEI in the fire department.
I read somebody say DEI stands for didn't earn it. When one of these leaders of the fire department said, when you're having someone come to the door to rescue you, people want someone who looks like them coming to the door. It's like,
no.
I think you want somebody competent coming to the door.
Yeah.
Not someone
of
who
course.
looks like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see yourself in a surgery room in a hospital, English cannot work for me right now. When the doctor comes in and he's doing TikTok, that does not inspire confidence, you know.
Wow.
We've had diversity ideas, not just in the federal government, but in the private sector for decades. The equity piece that was really introduced during the Biden-Harris administration at the federal level is the one that has a cause of concern because it ignores merit, it ignores skill sets,
Good
it
coffee.
ignores the ability to actually do the job and puts your demographic criteria at the front of the line before your actual...
Yeah, exactly. It's no longer the merit, it's no longer the experience, it's no longer you actually being qualified for the job and you actually being able to perform said job. No, it's you basically looking like, I guess, their diversity higher portrait, right? Yeah.
Qualifications. I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to make sure that people who are getting jobs are qualified to do them.
Yep.
That is most important.
CNN analyzed the proposed budgets of 20 federal agencies. HHS, for example, requested $113 million in its budget for training for diversity in the health workforce.
That seems like a lot, but I don't know what's their total budget to basically say, yeah, that's just stupid, but it is still stupid. Health and Human Services do not need DEI training. They need to basically help humans, you know, with their health, you know, kind of in the name.
And the Department of Defense asked for $50 million to fund DEI-related activities. That amount accounts for just 0.006% of the department's total.
Yeah, it seems like a very little amount of money, but $50 million is a lot. And why would the Department of Defense need DEI training? Let's be honest, wouldn't you want a policeman to be equipped to handle criminals rather than just be, I guess, your average British policeman right now, which is kind of controversial, but it's kind of real.
Total budget request, according to a spokesperson.
On this issue of them asking for call-outs for people within these agencies who may have information on federal employees who may have been disguising certain DEI initiatives. We should note CNN reported just last week that there were federal employees within these agencies working to quietly edit job descriptions and policy descriptions because they feared this very day would come, Wolf.
Yeah, that's illegal. It's illegal. That's just it. I don't know what else to add. It's illegal to do something behind, you know, closed curtains, closed doors, whatever the saying says. Scoop. Sophia Hawks, who holds a leadership position at VA healthcare system, suggests she will circumvent Trump's policies by changing the name of the DEI program. Yeah, again, you're just doing something useless, especially when you work at a VA healthcare system. What's the point of DEI there? Hawks says staff are being transferred to other positions and DEI initiatives training will continue but will be reframed. Again, sounds kind of illegal to me.
Our DEI office set an order as closed. A few months ago, we actually transitioned to a different position. So he actually will continue DEI type, presentations, trainings, and so forth. So will he still just kind of reshift his focus on what he'll present?
Finished my coffee.
The I component. Yes, absolutely. He will be, it probably won't be titled DEI, still be available. It just may be reframed.
Someone said arrest this Muppet for treason.
Lock his ass up!
Lock his ass up!
Another big change being made in the US, which I can't even believe has to be changed because it should have never happened in the first place.
Oh, yeah, I
male
remember this
inmates
one.
in female prisons will now be removed and put into male prisons, and apparently they're shit in a brick. Just take a listen to this female inmate talk about the 6 biological men that she's locked up with.
How many?
6? I hope it's not in the same cell, because that's just outrageous. It is purely outrageous, and yeah, this is just stupid. Locking criminal men with criminal women in the same prison. I mean, I know I am a man, but it does not hurt me to say that men are inclined to do way more violent stuff. Don't get me wrong, women do it as well, but in way less numbers, let's be honest. Jesus.
Men are in there with you.
I want to see if there's this guy named Bradley here. He threw a tantrum in his room, broke things, broke glass, and the women around him are terrified that he's going to spaz out at them. They shouldn't put biological men inside the most...
No. Nightmare face. That's your sleep paralysis dream demon right there. Jesus. Ugh. Yep, they should be held accountable.
Well, no more of that in the US. Let's see if other countries have the balls to do the same. In other news, Amazon removed protections for black and LGBTQ.
Protections. Why would you need protection for LGBTQ and black in the first place? That's what I want to know. If someone is being racist against someone who is black or of color, that person should just be fired or fined or whatever. Why would you need to put protection in? It's like putting a band-aid on an open wound that's bleeding like hell. It's not gonna do anything, right? Solve the problem, the actual problem. Don't just come out with DEI stupid stuff.
Whatever, plus employees from his company policies. And Trump has started deporting illegal criminals. Not the nice little foreign lady who works hard and keeps her head down, but the actual bad criminals. And people are actually annoyed about it.
In a 33
Yeah, that's one thing that I will never get. Why are some Americans, the stupid ones, I will say, mad about the fact that they are gonna deport people, right? Who are illegally in the country. Again, let's look at an example. You want to go to America, you go to the legal process, you have to wait for God knows how much, and it's your time to get in. Oh no, some illegals get in front of you, and they just got there and they're just allowed to go in. Aren't you mad about it? It's again the example that I give you with the two boys. You're gonna make the other one bitter. You're gonna discriminate against him. It's illogical. And the other fact, they're criminals. Some of them. Deport them. Get them out. I don't care. They're murderers, okay? Look after your own citizens. It's logical. And the people who actually support, you know, oh, stop the deportation. Oh no, my mother. As Arako said, I'm sure they're not gonna deport all of them, you know, illegals who are basically just grannies or whatever, doing their job and sticking their heads, and not sticking their heads out or getting into trouble, okay? Humans can understand someone's situation, again, English does not work, and adapt. It's that simple. If it's a criminal in your country, and he came there illegally, deport him. What's the problem?
3-hour period between Tuesday morning and Wednesday night, ICE agents arrested over 460 migrants,
Sounds so tough.
with long criminal histories.
Very nice.
Emily, we've heard
Get them
officials
out.
here in Boston and in Massachusetts say repeatedly they are not going to cooperate with
460 plus migrants in first day of admin. That's good. Very good.
ICE or mass deportation efforts by the Trump administration. And ICE says, well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to cooperate with us. We're still going to go into your city and we're going to do the job. Within moments.
That's the other thing that annoys me the most. Oh, I'm not gonna cooperate. Why? What's the point? Again, it's not like they're coming for the unfortunate grannies that came there illegally because they literally had no other way of living or whatever, and are now making honest work, paying taxes and whatever. And you're defending both for them, but you're also defending for the criminals. And again, you do not realize that human can adapt and can hear her out. You know, if it's a poor little granny, I don't know, making food or whatever and selling it on the street and doing it so legal, right? And doing so legal. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak today. Yeah, it's just annoying to me to see that people actually defend criminals. That's the problem, you know? And same with the transgender stuff, you know? Hey, men should be able to go in women's sports because they say they are women. Again, you're taking a piss at women's sports, right? Same with the prison. It's just illogical.
The officers are on the move, with eyes on their first target.
Looks like we got movement, target vehicle coming out.
They quickly take him into custody. He's an MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder. And he has an Interpol red notice out for his arrest.
We are targeting very violent.
And people defend that kind of criminals. Yeah. Virtue signaling much? I mean, look at Sweden. Rival gangs are fighting over with bombs. You know, not with blickies, you know, guns. Not with blickies, not with swords. With bombs right now. When are they gonna bust out the Emil? The Stridsvagnet under 3? I mean, come on. Think logically for just a second. If he's a criminal and he's an illegal migrant, get him out. I don't care. Especially the ones that did murder.
threats to our community.
ICE Boston
Yep,
quickly
exactly.
takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil.
Illegal
Interpol
alien.
red notice for armed robbery. And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and
Yep.
human trafficking.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One
You're
of those
going back to
threats
Haiti.
is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro.
Of course, the criminal is gonna endorse the guy that actually let him do all of the crimes. It is logical. Again.
Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro. I'm not going back to Haiti.
Well, he's wrong. He's going back to Haiti.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
angry about illegal criminals who broke the law 17 times being removed from your country to make your country a safer place. You don't care about your country and you're an absolute
Yep.
muppet. And if you're so against it, why don't you offer these people housing like this next lunatic?
La migra, al hijra, get in their way. Ask them for their credentials. Pretend like you don't believe those are real. Ask if they're ICE. You don't have to let them into your home. They're not the police. You don't have to let them into your home. We have a duty.
I have a theory, you know, look at her eyes. Sometimes, I don't know why, but I can look at a human being and realize, right there, on the spot, you know, I can realize if they're a psycho or not, you know, if they're a psychopath or not. Look at those eyes, those big eyes looking at you. You know, they almost seem like there's nothing, absolutely nothing behind them. Yeah.
To protect these people.
Protect el criminals.
All of you mother who voted for that man, I hope you're seeing now what you actually voted for.
A man who actually deports criminals, removes DEI stuff, which basically just helps inflation grow even more and, I guess, further degrades the living standards in USA. I think they voted correctly. And yes, Donald Trump is not really the best president for America, but again, between Kamala and Trump, Trump was the better option.
I hope you're horrified. I hope
Nope.
your choice haunts you for the rest of
Nope.
your life.
I'm actually happy that he came president because I know for a fact that it's gonna influence Europe in a better way, a little bit. And I hope, because I do not want to see the DI shit that's going on in Europe, even though it's not named DI, but it's still happening and it's still similar. I hope that he will have an influence where more European countries will decide, maybe that was not a good idea. Let me go back to how it was before.
I hope you never know a moment of peace.
Bitch, you house criminals, illegal migrant criminals. Fuck you.
I'm sure ICE will be terrified and they'll look the other way when they see you get angry. It's the same as these big scary teachers.
ICE can now raid classrooms, and as a high school teacher, I just want to make one thing clear. If someone tries to come in my classroom and take one of my students, one of us isn't leaving the classroom.
Yeah, it's you. You're just gonna stay there in handcuffs. I can already see the mark of the beast. How that lovely blonde said. I forgot her name. A very lovely lady. And also, how is this legal? How is it legal for you to basically, again, protect criminals? Guilty by association. In most of the times, guilty by association is a bad thing, but actually in this case, it's a good thing because you can arrest 2 donuts at the same time, right?
Pray with me.
ICE in Chicago with my students?
Again, look at the eyes. The crazy eyes. Can you see it? I can already see it. The craziness.
No, bro, I've gotten a whole bunch of messages from people, like, and I'm so appreciative of you, but baby, it would never. You think I'd be scared of you trying to
Same, shiver me timbers, you just look crazy.
come up in my school? You don't think I already have
It's not your school, you're just a teacher there, you stupid idiot.
a plan and a backup plan and
Oh, premeditation. Add that to the charge list.
56 doors in the building and 17 routes on how to get to each one?
Mm.
And backup on backup on backup of contacts to make sure that their parents aren't the ones showing up. I mean, no offense, the district.
Now you basically just imply that you're protecting teenage criminals, right? I mean, again, if let's say a family of 4 illegally migrates into the USA, but They're not criminals. They're doing honest work. They're paying their taxes and whatever. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have a problem with that. Or it's not gonna be that big, it's maybe gonna be settled in court or whatever, and they're gonna be allowed to stay. Jesus.
Can give us training on what we're supposed to do over and over and over again, and they have, by the way. But I got my own plan.
Jesus Christ. I mean, you can tell she's crazy by her little icon profile picture. Yeah.
No way. There's no way. Yeah, ever touching one of my kids? Ever? Never. Never.
Illegal
never
kids.
One of my students.
Again.
Never.
Maybe even criminals.
Hello, God. Someone needs to talk to you because that's who
God ain't listening to you, bitch. You're delusional.
you're gonna talk to first before you ever touch one of my kids. Because I don't play about mine. And never have. And if you've been around for a while,
this is so cringe.
Maybe I've written a manifesto up here
Good for you.
on what I would do.
Shiver my timbers.
Yep, pretty
up,
much.
man. Do you think there should be more than 2 genders in America?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president declared.
It means there are 2 genders, male and female. Do you disagree with that?
How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
Come
look,
on, little
these
guy.
guys
How
don't
many
know what-
genders are
Again,
there?
these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able
Harry,
to
how many genders are there?
How many genders are there, Harry?
genders are there? What's the leak? I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least 2. At least 2. That's that.
Oh, you can't come up with your own answer. You're gonna use Biden's answer because it's easier that way. You don't have to think. You're stupid.
Well, how many more are there than male, female?
That's a TikTok answer. There's at least 2.
Yeah.
There's at least 2.
Well, no, hang on. There's male and female.
Kid is like human brain
Donald
rot.
Trump says there's male and female. There are 2.
Okay, Dave.
How
Russian
many
Rubin,
more
come
are
on
there
now.
after male and female, Harry?
There's at least 2. Now, anyway, let me get back to
What
what I
do
was
at
saying.
least 2?
there?
What are the other ones?
There's at least 2.
What
There's
are
at
the other
least 2.
ones?
Harry, let's
with
try
this
it this way.
executive order,
You're a
what's the legal
female.
ma-
What is the
It's
other gender?
It's so funny how these conservatives just get time to lie on this show, but when I'm speaking, they all interrupt and there's no problem.
You've just been asked a very simple
I'm trying to
question,
have a
Harry.
conversation with Pierce, not you, Mr. Combe over. Relax for me.
Harry,
Take a
you
breather.
simply
Thank
got
you so
asked
much.
if there are at least 2 genders, how many more are there than male and female?
Piers, you asked me about Donald Trump's executive order. I'm trying to explain how legally it makes absolutely no sense and it's going to get sued in court. Then we go into culture wars with Dave Rubin and this Ferguson guy asking how many genders are there.
No,
I'm trying to answer
asking
your
you.
question. They're screaming their faces off about issues that don't fucking matter.
I'm asking you.
Oh God, this
And
child.
Piers, I've
I'm
given you
asking
Yeah, that's basically your, I guess, speedrun on how to, I guess, respond in an interview like a liberal. Just don't answer anything. Be as vague as you can. That's kind of how I see it. I mean, come on.
you, Harry.
Piers,
How many
and
genders
I'm
are
answering
there?
your question.
Harry.
Piers, I've answered your question.
Harry, how
There
many
are at
genders are
least
there?
2. There are at least 2.
Just answer the damn question.
Yep.
I support all women.
But what is a woman?
A woman is whoever believes that they are a
Delusional,
woman on the
no.
inside.
Adult
So if I
human
believe I'm a
female.
woman, does that mean I'm a woman?
Yes,
No.
it does.
Even though I have a...
Women have uterus. Goodbye.
Let's hope this type of shit is over with soon, not just in America,
Yep.
but everywhere.
Yep.
Until then, they will need Michael.
Get some help.
I'm afraid not even Michael can help these kind of idiots. Oh my lordy lord, this is so infuriating. But hey, thank you for sticking with me till the end. Also, I just want to say one little thing. I did finish Path of Exile 2, so if anyone wants to see a full review, and I will compare it this time with Titan Quest, not just mentioning Titan Quest just a little bit from time to time. And also I will be comparing it with the first Path of Exile. And I'm just gonna say this, my review is not gonna be that soft with Path of Exile 2, because I have a lot of bones to pick with Path of Exile 2, but again, if anyone wants to see this, one comment and I'm doing it. If no one says it, well, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching it with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I really want to see your opinion on it. Maybe leave it in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? I mean, if you're someone who thinks that DEI is good, I mean, don't just be like, oh, you're a dickhead. Oh, you wrote a 7-page script to be a dickhead or whatever. No, come up with arguments. That's what I want to see. Why is DEI good in your delusional, I would say, opinion? Because if you're right, who knows, maybe I'll change my mind. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a good day, good morning, good night, whatever it is. I really hope it's good. Thank you. Bye.